Coming up next on STL Weather, we are giving you the latest details on the potential severe weather, especially to the south of St. Louis, as we are taking a look at the radar. Look at this. Rain in Texas that's going to move through Oklahoma City, eventually towards St. Louis. We'll talk to you about that severe weather threat for tonight as well as tomorrow. We'll talk about tonight who needs to keep their radios on, especially to the south. That also comes with the flash flooding. We have a flood watch issued to the south of St. Louis, and we're keeping an eye on another winter storm. I know, after this warm, incredible day, temperatures near 70, we are keeping an eye on that, and also I have your updated forecast. All of that coming up right now. And this is meteorologist Alvin Kamau. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful Monday, President's Day. And we have your forecast for the next couple of days. We have a lot to get to here on STL Weather. Of course, I have to come on here. If you were on my Twitter page, you probably saw the tweet of what we were keeping an eye on. We are keeping an eye on severe weather, ice, sleet, and snow, as well as some flooding. So we're going to get to that as well, and we're going to time out all of this as we head to in this video. Of course, right now on the sky tracker radar, you can see that we have some rain to the in Texas. You can see around St. Angelo, and you can see that is going to move towards Oklahoma City, up I-44 and to St. Louis, especially to the south. This is going to be an issue as we head towards the next couple of hours, because there's a potential for some severe weather. Now, I know you can see the winter part of it on my screen, but let's just stay focused on this severe threat. In St. Louis, on a scale of 1 to 5, we're under a marginal risk for severe weather tonight. This includes areas like Litchfield, Mount Vernon, and Sullivan. And this doesn't include areas like Troy, probably the southern areas of Troy, and this does not include our friends in Bowling Green. Now, it does include places like Rolla. We're on a scale of 1 to 5. They're on a level 2, a slight risk. And this area has a slight risk of even seeing an isolated tornado tonight. So areas like Rolla, areas like Reynolds County or Farmington, you need to have your radio right by your bed, just in case. Not saying it's gonna happen, because this threat is still not even near a level 5 or even a level 3 enhanced, but the ingredients are there that we can have an isolated tornado, especially as we head towards tonight, which I'm going to time out on a super predictor on other models I do have. Now, this also continues into tomorrow, although this really starts to leave our viewing area. It will just be to the east of St. Louis in areas like Perryville. So Perryville, today and tomorrow, you're in that slight risk. Now, as we head towards tonight, of course, we have a flood watch, and this is from late tonight into Tuesday afternoon. This includes areas like Reynolds County. It doesn't include Rolla, and Sparta, Mount Vernon. Areas like that across the area are going to have to watch out for some flooding. Now, this flooding can happen in a short period of time, so you just want to be mindful that you got to watch for creeks and, your backyard as well. Those are the areas that have the ground is so soaked, and more water on top of this would cause this flood watch to be issued. And so that is why we are keeping an eye on that. So areas that should have their radio near their bed tonight is especially to the south. I'll keep an eye on that as we head towards tonight. Now I want to get a radar a futurecast on the radar from your local news to let you know what to expect as we head towards tonight. Let's give you some details on that. So as you can see on the futurecast, you can see 2 a.m., 4 a.m. You can see that really starting to come in there, in especially to the south of St. Louis. Now here it is again. Here's 8. Here's 9 o'clock, here's 11 o'clock, and especially after midnight, that is where we can see those strong storms, especially to the south. This poses the threat for some isolated damaging winds. Main threat in St. Louis to the south. You can really see that hail threat as well as a tornado threat. And it's right here, just to the south of St. Louis, is where I'm expecting the strongest precip to be. Now let's return to the wintry side of it. So that was the future cast. I know I was going a little bit fast on there, but that is what you should expect, especially into tonight. What you should expect as we head towards the late overnight hours, especially here to the south of St. Louis. So that is why the highest threat, because you can see more of those stronger storms, to be to the south of St. Louis. And this is also a threat as we head towards Tuesday. Now, of course, now we got to get to the wintry side of it, and here we go. This is what we know right now. We are not going to tell you how much snow there is going to be on this particular video, but on my Twitter page, once we get more information, I will let you know. Here's what we are seeing right now. So basically what we are seeing is that we're going to have snow, sleet, and ice all expected late Wednesday into Thursday. Now accumulated snow is likely along and north of I-70, with accumulating sleet and ice further to the south. This can include areas like Reynolds County and Perryville. Now the timing, there will be two rounds of wintry precip as expected with this system. The first round is expected to be late Wednesday, very early on Thursday, and the round 2 will be Thursday morning into Thursday evening. Now this is forecast. This is a forecast, so of course lots of things can change. A lot of you guys know that. And precip type and exact accumulations are starting to become clear. Why is it becoming clear? It's because we are seeing the models and they're showing a lot of sleet and ice, especially to the south of St. Louis. But it does remain quite uncertain. Here's what we see, and this morning, on your local news, I believe on Channel 4, there were we had some of the models showing that we could see mostly snow in St. Louis. Now, what we are seeing now is way different. When we're saying mostly snow in St. Louis, now we're saying mostly sleet and some snow. So here, even though I'm not going to give you the forecast, this is what I can say. Down to the south of St. Louis, Reynolds, Perryville, right there around the Farmington area, this is where we can expect our lowest amounts. Now, this is just what I'm saying right now. There will be a lot of changes to the forecast. Now, areas like Rolla, St. Louis, Sullivan, areas right there around the St. Louis area, you can be expecting that mostly sleet and with some snow. So here in St. Louis, those snowfall totals, and sorry for the noise in the background, will be slightly higher. And then areas like northern St. Charles County into Bowling Green will be, the snow will be much higher around that area. So that is something you do need to know. So with that system, that is a system that we do need to watch very carefully. Again, what I can say right now is right here where there's mostly freezing rain with some sleet, this is where you're going to get the lowest snowfall amounts. Right here in St. Louis, the snowfall amounts increase, and then right here on Bowling Green, northern St. Peters County, right there, right here is where most of the snowfall would be at the highest, and then slightly lower in St. Louis, and then barely anything, if not something, down to the south. So that is my forecast estimate for St. Louis, where most of the snow would remain to the northwest if all of the snow were here. But any shift in this low, or any shift in where the accumulating snow and the sleet is, will really change the forecast. But as of right now, especially to the northwest of St. Louis, probably that is where most of the snow will be. As of right now, the forecast can change. Now we're going to look at the European model, and we are going to show you what to expect with this system and how it looks like right now and how we are using that to forecast. So here's a look at the European model, and you can see this is at 1 p.m. Now with the European model, you can see at around 4 p.m. it shows a burst of snow moving through St. Louis. 5 p.m. is when it really arrives in St. Louis. And so we get that quick burst of snow, and then what happens next is we get this sleet and ice event, and that continues for a couple of hours. Now as we head towards around 5 a.m. it starts to clear on Thursday. A lot of changes can happen in the forecast because this is new data that has been coming in. And then around 11 a.m. is where we see another batch of mixed precip move into the area. And then after that, it's just continuing that mixed precip around 10 p.m. Thursday. That continues, and then it starts to wrap around itself early Friday. And so with that, you can see a lot of mixed precip in the models, in the European model. And so what is happening here is when we have all of that ice to the south, all of this mixed precip with some snow you're seeing, and most of the accumulation to the northwest, probably to the northwest of St. Louis is where most of the snow will occur, where lower mountain St. Louis, and probably almost nothing to the south, if not a dusting. So that is how we're using the model data to forecast. But again, don't take this to heart just yet, because any shift in the forecast or any shift in where the accumulating and the mostly sleet and the freezing rain is will change our forecast completely. So continue to check back here, not only on STO weather but on my Twitter page, which I'm going to explain shortly. And so on my Twitter page, of course, as we're about to end, I will talk about that in the next slide. So with all of this I've been talking about, let's put this into a 7-day forecast, and here is how it looks like. Here's your 7-day forecast. Tuesday will be 63 degrees with a low of 20. Another mild day. We'll get that early thunder in the morning with those thunderstorms. Wednesday, you're going to see that evening mix, which we were talking about. A high of 32, a low of 24. Thursday, a high of 32, a low of 20 with that mix and that snow mixing in. Now it starts to wrap around early Friday morning, if not clearing completely. 28 degrees with a low of 12, partly cloudy. Now it's going to be way colder on the weekend compared to this weekend that we had. Saturday will be 38 degrees with a low of 25, partly cloudy. And Sunday will be 40 with a low of 16, partly cloudy. And Monday will be a high of 36 with a low of 19, partly cloudy. So that, to tell you, is what we're expecting in the next 7 days. And that's how you put it into a forecast. Now, of course, I want you to follow me on Twitter when I do not upload, because the forecast will change as you're watching this premiere. The link will be in the description down below. Get notifications from your phone, your iPad, your computer, especially involving this severe weather that we're watching coming out of Texas. This severe weather tonight, those people that need to have their phone, their weather radio near them is around Rolla, Farmington, and Reynolds County. Those areas like Perryville. And right here is the areas that you probably need to have your phone, your NOAA radar, and anything to wake you up at night, just in case we have any warnings. In this yellow, you can get an isolated tornado out of it. And again, not significant, not going to be a huge event, but it's something that you need to keep an eye on. And we can stay with your local news as well, and then you'll have that marginal risk to the east of St. Louis, and then around Perryville's area to watch for tomorrow, a slight risk of severe weather, and then that flash flooding, to the south. Of course, with all of this, we hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope I give you all of the information that you needed, but of course that is something that you do need to know as we head towards this the next couple of days. And where we had mostly snow in St. Louis to mostly sleet, it can shift, and then we have bigger issues into the St. Louis area. So we'll keep an eye on it for you here on STO Weather. Again, remember to follow me on Twitter. And right now, we're gonna give you a live view of the Gateway Arch as we are leaving. And this is all of the time we have for a weather update today. Hopefully you had a great President's Day. This is a live view of the Gateway Arch as we are going. Have a good rest of your evening as we have another mild day tomorrow.